Holy moly macaroni. It has been a while since I did a horror haul. Now, some of these movies I had shown previously on the live show, which I know not everybody made it to or had the patience or the ability to watch a 4 hour live stream, but or a 3 hour one, depending on which one I'm, in question. But anyways, I do have a stack of horror films here to show you guys. And if you have not watched the live shows, and you are able to catch one, we have a lot of fucking fun on there. So shout out to everybody from Danny B at the Trash Stash, Retro or Die, Radioactive Blob Fuel, VZ Madness, who the fuck else? Quite a few, some randoms pop in throughout. Casey, one of my buddies from school, he's in there sometimes. And we just have a lot of good times in there, a lot of laughs and stuff. And if you are not aware, we are doing this thing right now where if you draw Pedro from Dawn of the Dead, who's the guy that gets his blood pressure taken, go ahead and draw that, and then send a scanned copy or a decent photo of it, so I can include it in the poster. And then when the poster's all made up, I'm going to send it out to everybody that's participated. And you can send your image to rickparadis@hotmail.com. Excuse me, rickparadis1992@hotmail.com. It's all right there. Send it away, and it's gonna be fun. I have to redraw mine right off the bat, because when I drew mine, I was on edibles. Essentially, they were ice cubes, but still, I was euchred. When I look at the page now, the hand holding the like whatever you would call it, the handle of the gun, is non-existent. It just looks like shit. So I appreciate the Trash Dash for being like, yo, that's my favorite thing you've drawn, but I fucking can't stand it when I look at it now, dude. But I'm gonna do the same image, just updated. So let's go ahead and take a look at these movies for this delicious haul, if you want to call it that. This is really cool. This was $10, and it goes on eBay for $129, which is fucked. It is a sealed copy of Rosemary's Baby, which I talked about recently on the 31 Days of Horror. Great film. Really stoked to have this for $10. Like I couldn't go wrong. Me and Kayla went to this like 3-story consignment flea market, and then when I paid for it, this lady was like, "I was gonna buy that, but I didn't know if I had a working VCR player," she says, or a VHS player. And I'm like, "Oh, a VCR." And it's hilarious to me that everybody just forgot that it's called a VCR. Everyone calls it a VHS player. It's what it is, though. But anyways, Rosemary's Baby's great. Next is a film called American Ultra, which is not a horror film, but it is a fast-paced action movie, CIA kind of informant action movie. Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart. I really like when they work together. I really loved Adventureland, which was good. Maybe not good to some, but I like their chemistry on film. And I especially remember liking the little segment in the beginning where Jesse Eisenberg is creating this comic book character. I forget what it was about, but I just remember really liking that. So American Ultra, that was $2. The next item is also not horror, but we're getting to the horror stuff. We got the Boondocks season 2 for $6. Love the show. I said in the live show that this is not a show that I understood when it was first coming out. Took me probably until I was like in my at least later teens to really understand that this was kind of a political satire in some senses. Of course, there was episodes that anybody could watch, but there was some stuff and some references you would not understand unless you were sort of well versed in certain parts of political events, I guess you would say. So we got Riley, we got Huey, we got Granddad, we got Uncle Ruckus, we got the whole gang. And I'm really stoked to check this out. I believe on disc 3, there's like a fucking shitload of special features, like behind the Boondocks. There's intros to certain episodes. There's commentaries of certain episodes. Really cool stuff. I have season 1 on DVD-R, and I'm always looking out for season 3 and 4, of course. But I'm glad to grab that finally. What do we got? Oh fuck, this was like the best score of the day for that day. $2, a movie I've been looking for a long fucking time, is Old Boy, directed by Park Chan-wook, of course, being the sequel in between Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. Great film, twisted ending, very violent in some parts, but just good nonetheless. This is a great film, remade probably in the mid 2000s. I love when DVDs come with stuff like this. I believe this is a tartan Asian Extreme. I think this is tartan, but you know, when you get them and they have like the little insert, that always makes me happy. You know, because nowadays you get nothing. You get a fucking, you can put your receipt in there if you want. I'll save this one for last because it's probably the coolest. This is part of my birthday gift from my girlfriend, Lords of Salem, because she bought me five movies, and one of them I owned, and the one that I owned was Anthropophagus, which is I believe put out by Severin. I think it's Severin, but I had it. It's a video nasty, but you know, I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna hang on to this just because she got it for me. She's like, I got the receipt in case, you know, she was at the ready. She's like, I got the receipt in case you don't, you know, you got to exchange anything or you already have something. So I exchanged Anthropophagus and I grabbed Lords of Salem, which is one of Zombobby's Rob Zombie's best films in my opinion. It's a take on the Salem witches. You know, I really like this. It kind of inspired a short film of mine called Spiral Scratch. If you've yet to watch, check it out. It's on my channel. But it's all about sort of this record that possesses evilness to it. And she also lives in an apartment that has like a bunch of witches living there. It's not hard to understand what this movie's about, but some people hate it. I love it. Rob Zombie's Lords of Salem. This I bought for myself for my birthday. Beats, Rhymes, and Life: The Travels of a Tribe Called Quest. This was $7 at Jumbo Video, I believe. Amazing documentary directed by Michael Rappaport, of all people, who's a big Tribe Called Quest fan. This is a really good documentary. The special features include deleted scenes, bringing beats to life, on the red carpet, commentary with director Rappaport. That would probably be interesting because Michael Rappaport can fucking talk, and I really like I really like him in certain movies. Not always agreeing with his his views on everything, but I do think he did an outstanding job on this documentary. And it's really where I learned a lot of basically all the knowledge I knew, because like I had listened to Quest before this, but you know, after this I really like made it a point to like bump the albums and, you know, like all the way through, not just listening to certain songs and stuff, because you know, I come from the era of downloading music where a lot of times you download like, you know, the hits of an album and that was about it. You know, people a little bit older than me were much more well disciplined and with, you know, listening to the entire album, mostly because you had to. It was either on cassette or vinyl, even though Quest was around in the CD era, but they were still on vinyl, tape, all that kind of shit. So really enjoy that. Rest in peace, Fife Dog. This was one of the ones from Kayla right here, I believe, Severin, and I believe this is a video nasty, and it is Brain of Blood. So I'm really stoked to check this one out. This one probably will make an appearance on the 31 Days of Horror. I can't guarantee that. It comes with features such as, be nice if I could fucking see, Memories of Blood, which is I guess a little documentary, and there's a partial audio commentary with co-writer producer Samuel Sherman in blood curdling colors. So this looks really good, from 1971. Like I said, I believe a video nasty. You know, fuck yeah, thanks, babe. This is another one from Kayla, and it is she knows I love Peter Cushing. Like she knows like stuff I like based off like, you know, so, like she knows I'll take anything Argento, anything Peter Cushing, anything Christopher Lee, and I believe she got me a Peter Cushing film again last year. I don't remember what it was. I could be wrong, but anyways, this is The Flesh and the Fiends, which I've never really heard about. It's a Kino Lorber or Lorbe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, release, and I believe it's from 1960, so right in that little honey hole of time where Peter Cushing was in like fucking everything. I also read a bunch of stuff on again, the most reputable website of all time, Wikipedia, about Peter Cushing recently, and turns out he was a vegetarian. Turns out, you know, when his wife died, he just went into a state of depression. Obviously, you know, I can only imagine. Like I've been with my girl for going on 5 years, and I couldn't think of, you know, life without her basically at this point. So it's crazy, man. Peter Cushing is a hell of an actor, hell of a human. So apparently a gem to work with as well. This is a movie that was on 31 Days. I think it was like day 7 or 8, and this was the other film that I exchanged for Anthropophagus. So I got Lords of Salem and I got Devil's Rejects. which is fan-fucking-tastic. I did the video on it, and in hindsight, I should have done Lords of Salem instead of this one, but I feel like I could talk about movies whenever, whatever movie whenever, so you might see another Rob Zombie director spotlight type video. I did one in the past, and why not update it? And also the other day I seen 31 for $2 and I didn't buy it, and now I regret not buying it just because I didn't even look at it. That's how fucking much I hated that movie. But I figured now in hindsight, I figured there's probably a commentary, and I might enjoy the film more if Rob Zombie sort of walks me through it. So Devil's Rejects, one of the best films of that fucking era. This is a game that I bought myself, and it is one of my favorites of all time. Mark Echo's Getting Up, PlayStation 2, $16, $15 rather. No fucking manual, but I don't give a shit. It's crazy because like the fucking games that I grew up with from the PS2, like the prices are just ridiculous, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Everything is just, I guess it goes in cycles, right? Like first it was like Nintendo games were super expensive, and then fucking PS1 or whatever. But like PS2, like it's crazy. Like there's a game that I love from PS2 called Def Jam Fight from New York. I seen it for like $160. Like, no thank you. I love that game. I want that game, but I would never pay that kind of money for it. This is another film from 31 Days. This is another film from Kayla as well. And it is Cannibal Apocalypse by, I believe, Claudio Margaretti. Was that his name? God damn it. I want to get the name right. Antonio Margaretti, that's what it was. And does not have reversible art. This is put out by Kino Lorber as well. I see that they don't really do that, but this is a great film. First it was first introduced to me by my Uncle Mike, who bought it like a couple of months ago, showed me it, and I was like, holy fuck, I want that. Kayla like wrote down the title of it and bought it for me for my birthday, so I think that's really sweet. So kick ass. And this is a good fucking movie too, so can't wait to put these on the shelf. This has kind of been driving me crazy because, I did mention these, and like I think I had shown by the last 2 live streams I did, I would have shown all of these, but like I said in the beginning of this video, I know that everybody doesn't watch the entire live stream. You know what I mean? That's insane. But they were showed previously, and I do acknowledge that. So there it is. Check out the review. Okay, this is another one from Kayla. This movie is from Vinegar Syndrome. This is definitely a video nasty, and if it isn't, it damn well should be. And that is The Beast in Heat, which is an Italian film that involves a this kind of like midget guy that's a rape monster essentially. It's a very twisted film. It deals with Nazis. It's an Italian film, like I said, so it's got that Italian vibe to it, but it's really, really good. You know what? I shouldn't say it's really, really good. I should say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And the last item that I have for this haul is something really cool. I've never seen anything like it before, but it was $6. And this is the Blair Witch Experience. Okay? And it comes with the 3 computer games, which are as followed: Rust and Parr, The Legend of Coffin Rock, and the Ellie Kedwood tale, rather. And that's still sealed, so that's pretty dope. Really stoked about that. And then 2 movies that I didn't have on DVD, Blair Witch 1 and 2. Can't wait to watch Blair Witch 1, especially with the commentary. That's going to be fucking sweet. And again, like these are like, old school with the slip, or not the slip cover, the insert. Is there an insert for this part 2? I don't remember. Yes, of course. Fuck yeah, man. Love these flicks. And then the last thing, which is probably the coolest thing, is this little, it's like made out of the same material that a Monopoly piece would be made out of, like that weird metal. But it's the little Blair Witch wooden statue, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. It's awesome. But when I was in the place buying these, I ended up dropping this, and all the contents went flying. And this like old man like looked at me, and I was like, oh fuck. And again, like when I was buying this shit, like I talked about this in the live show, but there was these guys in the flea market as well, and they were looking at all the places that had movies, and I was kind of like trailing behind them, but they weren't grabbing anything that I wanted. And then we got to this spot where the Blair Witch Experience was and the Old Boy DVD were. And I remember thinking, like, fuck, please. Because I was standing kind of behind them, but looking at the shelf, seeing Old Boy. I'm like, please don't let that be the one with Josh Brolin. And please let me be the one to grab that, you know? And same with the Blair Witch thing. And the Boondock Saint, or the Boondocks season 2. I was lucky they didn't grab it, and I did. So feel like I made out like a bandit in the last couple of weeks there, or last couple of months rather. And I hope everybody enjoyed this horror haul. And leave a 666 in the comments. Definitely hopefully you're watching the 31 Days of Horror here on Video Homicide. And like I said, 666, adios. Fuck.